This is going to be my intro. Just us waiting for the ice cream truck to leave. Now I know how people feel when like airplanes go by.
I feel like this is very fitting for this episode.
Oh no.
There's another thing we can whine about. We're hearing the ice cream truck coming through the town right now.
They're all going to come up here and ask for the ice cream truck. Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't notice. They always notice, though. Ooh, that sounded like a horror movie ice cream truck. Maybe we can talk them out of it. That was definitely
That's that one in that video game that makes children into ice cream.
Is that
Did your kids never play that? No. It's some YouTubers play it as one of those like spooky, scary games like the Grandma Nun and all those things. I have not heard of that one. But it's he's like, he kidnaps kids and he turns them into ice cream. And so you have to like hunt down the truck and stop him.
Life is full of work and stress. Parenting can be a mess. Being a woman is hard enough without adding on that extra stuff. We'll cover topics of every kind. Helpful resources we will find. We'll even drink a bottle of wine. Join us. It will be a real good time.
Hi. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Nikki.
And welcome to Working Mom's Wine, where we drink a bottle of wine.
And whine about our crazy, busy, stressful working mom lives.
Mm-hmm.
While sometimes trying to help provide resources to help along the way, and other times just getting it off our chest.
Which is what we're doing today. No resources, no help, just depression and doom scrolling.
That's right.
And we're together again. I keep looking at the computer to see you, and you're right here.
It's a hard habit to break.
Yeah. So we today are drinking the one 19 Crimes bottle I managed to hold on to while I was waiting, and it's the limited edition one.
Ooh.
It is the Revolutionary Red Blend. It says rich, round, and bold. Experience vanilla aromas and distinct notes of chocolate, roasted coffee, and caramel, however you want to say it. They have like a light to bold scale, and it's all the way on bold. I don't feel like it's that. I feel like I've had ones that you could classify more as bold. Oh, and there's even a thing on the back that...
Yeah.
Whew, there's a thing on the back.
I put it in the middle.
Yeah, that you can scan to meet John Devoy, the Irish mastermind behind the most daring prison escape in Australian history. We'll have to check that out later. That's his picture.
It's got some nice mutton chops there.
He sure does. You remember Eric with the mutton chops?
I do. Today we're doing like top 10 things that annoy us or bother us or stress us out.
We're going to do a bonus.
Yeah, in no particular order. And these are just random things we thought up today.
Yes.
Because there's always a list of 10 things to frustrate and annoy us. So
yes. So in no particular order. This is what kicked everything off, though. Mm-hmm. Because when we were going to get together today, my husband was like, Chick-fil-A's got this new pretzel bun sandwich, and I want to try it. And so we bribed Nikki into picking it up on her way out here. And, of course, I tried to pre-order, and I did it before 10:30. And apparently both Chick-fil-A and McDonald's and very possibly other places, I think with Subway I can order ahead. You can't. They're like, it's locked until 10:30.
Yeah.
I want to be able to put my order in, even if I know I can't or don't want to pick it up until 11 or whatever. Mm-hmm. So let me build the order and tell you what time. Like, you can do that with pizza.
Right.
You can say, I would like this a week from now at this specific time. Why can't I do that with Chick-fil-A and McDonald's?
It's ridiculous.
Chick-fil-A, this is your flaw. You need to fix it. You're no longer perfect.
And why isn't delivery an option in the app? Because I live very close to a Chick-fil-A. And I told her, just have it delivered to my house. I'll wait for it to show up, and then I'll bring it to you.
Yeah.
Wasn't an option.
I'm wondering if it wasn't an option because I have my home address in there somehow.
Oh, maybe.
So, in hindsight...
It could have been the time of day, too.
That's true.
Maybe they didn't have anybody doing delivery yet.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, number 2.
Annoying anyway.
Super annoying. The only time that your kids really want to try and grab your attention is when you're on the phone with somebody. Mm-hmm. They will leave you alone all day long until you pick up the phone. And then 2 seconds into your phone call, Mom, so-and-so hit me. My next complaint is not only are there people stealing Labubus like as they're coming through the mail or like porch pirating or whatever, people who work for courier services are now taking Labubu packages.
Mm-hmm.
There have been multiple people complaining about it online. This one lady was even like, they dropped off all my packages and picked up one box and started to walk back to the truck with it. And I had to come outside and say, excuse me, I think you have one more box for me. And then they brought it back to her.
Wow.
So, yeah, the nerve. So I got a notification that a whole case of Have a Seat had been delivered. And Lucas was outside at the bus stop waiting for his younger brothers. And he's like, I haven't seen a truck go by or anything. I was like, okay, check the porch when you get back. No, there's nothing when I get home. Brandon didn't bring anything in. So they definitely, somebody took it somewhere because I was told it was delivered. And Lucas says there's not even a truck that goes by, which makes me think it's the courier person. So I did file a claim, but I also got on Facebook because we have a page for our neighborhood. And I was like, hey, if anyone got my package, let me know.
It's crazy how people steal crap.
I know. Oh, that's what it was. So ever since the last round of Amazon Prime Days, don't come at me.
We know what they do. We know how it works. Okay.
I ordered a Ring doorbell because we don't have one for the new house. We've been here a year now. And it's been sitting around. I installed the other cameras, but for the doorbells, you have to like turn off breakers and stuff. And so I was going to make Brandon do it.
You didn't get a wireless one?
Yesterday. I guess I didn't know that was an option.
Mine, I just screwed the plate on and...
Maybe that's why mine are always half off.
You just have to recharge the battery sometimes.
Gotcha. No, we have to wire ours in. So what's funny is he was asking me about it the other day because Labor Day came around and we were all off work and he ended up doing a couple different projects, but he didn't get to the doorbell. So yesterday he starts to work on the doorbell and then 3 of my individual Pop Mart boxes show up. And I knew that one of them had a secret in it and someone has already said that they would buy it when it came in. So I got really excited. I was like, open them all up very carefully. Send me pictures of the box from all angles so that I can send it to this person and let them know the package is in, let them see that it's legitimate. So when he did that, he forgot to finish installing the doorbell. And guess what? That was the exact same day that I didn't get my delivery. And if we had finished installing the doorbell, I would at least have some footage of if anything ever actually happened. So now I have to wait.
Is it not one of those where they have to take the picture and then...
So it's UPS. So no, but when I went to file my claim, there was an option to look at a photo, but there was not a photo. So I think UPS maybe technically can, and I've just never known, but they couldn't pull up a photo, so they have nothing to prove anything either. So now I have to wait 8 days for them to process my claim. And I tried going straight to TikTok, and they were like, well, did you contact the courier yet? And I'm like, well, no, but that's not on me, but whatever. The next whine is about pets. I get up every morning right now at 5 a.m.
Don't get me started.
There's a lot we could whine about on the pet front. But for me personally, if I choose to go to the bathroom at 4:30, or if I have to get up at 5 a.m. for a school day, or whatever, if I leave the bed, Aladdin takes that as his cue that I am now awake for the day and he can meow at me until I feed him. So when he did that at 4:30 this morning, I spent 10 minutes taking him off the bed or putting him down at a spot in the bed where he's not like meowing in my face or licking my face, trying to get me to feed him. I'm like, no, we are not feeding you. And I seriously thought to myself, maybe I'll just pick him up and set him outside and shut the door. But I didn't. And then later Brandon was like, you should have just shut the door. So eventually he left me alone, but it's like, I'm not going to start that habit of like, yes, I'll get up and feed you on demand.
Just to shut you up.
Right. So that was super. That's not the first morning that's happened either.
Yeah. Dinah is a wake up at 6:20 and immediately whine, whimper.
Yeah.
And
that's the worst thing about young dogs.
Yeah. I do hop up immediately and let her out for a couple of reasons. My alarm would go off in 20 minutes anyway, but a couple times when I haven't, she threw up. So it's kind of like,
Mom, I've really got to go.
Right. She's been holding it all night. She can't stand it. She's a puppy. She's only 8 months old. So it's like, okay. And then Rory passed away and had her cremated. And they've been calling me for, I think, 3 or 4 days that her ashes are in and I need to go pick them up.
That's like me in Walgreens about my blood pressure medication.
And I keep forgetting until they're closed.
Which leads us into another whine, is we have to do all these errands on top of a full-time job and running kids to after-school activities.
And urgent care.
Yes. Like all this extra crap. On top of getting up early and going to work and coming home from work, I have to pick one kid up from cross country, and then I have to leave the house an hour later to take that same kid to show choir. And then one night a week there's gymnastics, and one night a week there's dance, and one night a week there's archery. The nice thing about archery is every other week it's a Saturday instead of a weeknight.
That is nice.
Mm-hmm. But on the nights that it's a weeknight, show choir is at one school and archery is at another school 5 minutes down the road. So I can drop a kid off, go to the other school, and then I have to like sit there for 10 or 15 minutes before I can drop the other kid off. And same thing with the pickup. We have to pick up, sit there for like 15 minutes, and then pick the other kid up. Annoying.
It's just a lot, especially when you're trying to squeeze in dinner and not making your youngest children sit in the car for their entire lives.
Right.
Like, it's a lot.
And these pickups are happening at 7:30 and 8 o'clock at night. So the younger kids really should be going through their bedtime routine at that point anyway.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Which is why somebody got up at 6:30 this morning and is now taking a nap. Sick days.
Ugh.
Sick days aren't... We shouldn't even call it... We should call it PTO. Yeah. Because Missouri decided we don't get sick days and PTO.
Even though we voted for them, but I don't want us to get knocked off the internet, so...
So, yeah.
Not only now have they reversed what we, in a large margin, voted for, but they now are putting a bill on the floor to reduce our ability to put our own things on the ballot. They want to take that away from us, so we can't ask for these things to begin with.
I wonder why.
Jerks.
What happened to the government serving the people?
It went away with money.
Darn lobbyists.
People got too rich up in this capitalist society.
Yeah. I hope that fan's not annoying. I just noticed that. Sorry if that's like giving you guys seizures.
Just like minimize us.
Yeah. It's hot up in here.
So yeah, you got to use your vacation time, and then you're dealing with a sick child. And sometimes you're on vacation to deal with a sick child, and then you get sick. So it's like, do I have enough vacation days to take the days off that I need to rest myself?
Right.
Or have I run out and now I just have to push through and suck it up?
Yep. And with multiple children, you're very often using all of those vacation days for not vacation.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to announce that for the first year ever, my PTO is about to renew in 2 weeks, and I still have PTO from the last time.
Look at you.
Usually right now, I'm like, for the last 2 months, I've been like, I have no PTO. I have to make this work.
Last year, Ari and I got so sick twice. I think one was the flu and one was COVID.
Yeah.
I ate through all of it and went into the negative.
Brandon was sick for a straight 2 weeks in October last year.
Whatever it was last year, it was so bad. Like, usually I can just push through and work anyway.
Yeah.
Because I work from home. It's not like I have to get up and get dressed and be all nice looking. I can sit on my bed with my laptop and cough all I want, although it is a phone call job. So there's that. But yeah, there was no way I could even like move out of bed.
The next whine is periods. That's it. No explanation.
That's all we're saying. They just suck.
Periods. They're stupid.
Periods. Period.
Yeah. Periods. Period. Homework. This is really specific for me because the kids don't really have homework. That's one of the things I really enjoy about this school district. Most of the work gets done in class, and then if they don't finish it, they bring it home. And like last year in 8th grade, Lucas had a little bit after school. He'd finish it in like 20 minutes. Fine, done. Jack is in kindergarten, and last week I get an email from the teacher. They're going to start sending home a homework folder, and you have all month to get it done. There's something for every single night of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, every weeknight of the week. And like, for instance, one was writing down all the names of your family members and then drawing a picture of your family. So I had to
Poor Jack.
dots. I know. I had to make dotted names for all other 5 members of his family and have him trace it. And then he just he did the whole thing where you've got like a face and then there's 2 arms and 2 legs. And I was like, at least give them cute eyeballs. Like, don't leave the faces blank, man. That's weird. But like,
for Ari, it was just if you turn them all in, you get to pick a piece of candy from a jar or something like that at the end of the week. So it wasn't a big deal if you didn't. But
I'm that mom that's going to be
eventually it kind of tapered off, and then first grade it was always, they had math attacks. So it was a page of math problems.
Yeah.
That we had to time them, and it was supposed to be under a certain amount of minutes or something. But this year it's been read for 20 minutes. And then she can read or I can read to her, so we can switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And all those nights where she's like extra tired and cranky, I can just read to her and be done.
Number 9, Whine number 9, the myth of the emergency fund. Because everyone tells you to be smart and save back your money in case of emergencies. And then you're just constantly using that money anyway. And so you're still not making any headway because emergencies keep popping up.
Yeah, there is no such thing. It's like you can't even call it an emergency anymore. It's just life. Can't do anything without some massive, and some of it isn't even, like right now my condo complex was built in like the 60s. And so a lot of the places have the wrong kind of wiring. And it's not a state law. It's not even like a county permit kind of law. But insurance companies want you to go and put in what they call Illumicons, which I guess reduces the fire risk from having the wrong kind of wiring or whatever. $6,000 to get this done on my condo. $6,000.
Why are we paying insurance?
And I just saved up about that for our trip. Because for the first time in my life, I was going to go on vacation and not put it on a credit card. I was so proud of myself. And now I have to double that expense at the same time. And I am putting one on a credit card, because what can you do? The emergency fund went when the 2 dogs passed away and I had to pay for the cremation for both of those. And then a million other things, of course, but
I also
it's like a joke.
Thought
it's like
we were
a taunting
going to
joke.
be paying for the vacation ahead of time, and then we had to replace both of our cars, had to get a new HVAC system. Yeah,
everything's expensive,
and inflation.
Everything costs more when you have tons of kids. Mm-hmm. Everything's expensive.
That's what we need to do. We need
to
do
in America.
Holderness family stuff. Whine number 10. We feel like we can't ever talk about anything political on here because people are gonna be.
We want to make everybody mad.
We don't want to make people mad. We don't want to cause feelings. But sometimes you just want to whine about politically related stuff too.
There's a lot.
Really seriously, files.
There's a lot to whine about this past 8 months. Mm-hmm. And don't want to isolate anybody or make anybody, I don't know.
Well, and the real thing is,
you just can't have proper discourse anymore because people are too butthurt about everything.
Correct. And they're not, if you speak out against something, they're just going to assume that you're not ever going to speak out against, there's an at, anything from the other side. And it's that's not true, because both sides have a lot of problems. Yeah. So let us complain now, and guess what? For the next 4 years after that, we'll still be complaining about something.
Yeah. Complaining about the right side doesn't mean the left side is perfect. Mm-hmm. Or complaining about the left side doesn't mean the right side is perfect.
Exactly.
It just means that right now, this is the side in charge, and they're effing things up, and we should be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
And you should be able to admit that, yeah, I voted for this person, and they're effing things up, and I don't agree with this, and let's vote them out and try the next person. And why can't we all come together and say, neither of these two are working for us, so let's try something different?
I have a bonus whine.
Okay.
Everyone my age is dying from heart attacks. I had a friend die from a heart attack. I saw an article where a journalist died from a heart attack. I have someone that I know that almost died from a heart attack and now has to go through crazy cardiac rehab and will be on medication for the rest of their life. And
medication that their insurance is not paying for.
I am not in super great shape here. So, and I'm clearly someone who drinks.
Oh, and then I watched a TikTok the other day about this guy who, his dad had a cardiac issue of some kind, I don't know if he had a heart attack or what it was.
Yeah.
And so they did this special test, this like test that tells you how much calcium or something is built up or something like that.
Oh, no.
And of course it showed what level he was at. And so they were able to make a game plan of how to bring it down and, prevent the next heart attack, basically. Mm-hmm. So then this guy goes to his doctor and says, I want that test because genetics, this is my dad.
Right.
He had to fight tooth and nail to get his doctor to order it and to get the insurance to cover it.
Of course he
did. And guess what happened when he took the test? His was sky high, and he needed the help. And now he's prevented a heart attack. Like, we have the knowledge, we have the technology, we have the availability. We're just being blocked from using it.
I know someone who was waiting. They had a stroke. And they had other health issues in the past that I didn't know about. Like, they had already survived cancer and all this other stuff. So they have a stroke. And they're very young and very in shape. And I'm like, if this person is going to have a stroke, boy, am I screwed. So they have a stroke, and then they start seeing a cardiologist and all this other stuff while they're recovering. Find out they have a hole in their heart that needs to be repaired. Surgery gets scheduled. A few days before the surgery, insurance calls. Well, have you made sure about this and that you don't have AIDS? So they made him take a special blood test that has to be sent to a specific lab that then takes an extra week or two. So he had to reschedule his heart surgery that the cardiologist recommended, the specialist when it comes to hearts, because there's a physical hole. They did all the things to confirm that he has an actual hole in his heart. I'm like, well, I'm not surprised. I wish I was, but I'm not.
That's the sad part. None of it is surprising or shocking. It's just infuriating.
That's why I wish I could just, instead of paying an insurance company, just keep that premium.
There are people preparing to do that because of the hike that's about to happen in November.
I just feel like even if you do that, though, because of the outrageous costs in our healthcare system that should not be that high, you're not going to have enough money.
Screwed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple options out there that you can look into if you don't want to go the mainstream way.
True.
There is this guy I watch now who's he's a primary care doctor, and they have this thing set up where you pay them a subscription fee instead of having insurance, and then everything they do is covered. So if you get sick and they come out to see you and treat you, all that's covered. And and they're able to like budget it based on the subscriptions that they have from people. And then they have a deal where like if you go into the hospital, they help you navigate what you need and don't need done, and they help you navigate how to get financial assistance for whatever bills come up in the hospital that they can't control. You know? So he's like, there are ways to like navigate that, and I'll have to look up the TikTok and send it to you, but
I do not like
it was interesting.
The Christian health sharing plans, and granted, I only looked into MediShare, I think it's called, but back in the day, they weren't going to cover my pregnancy. And so we were like, why are we
so pro-life of you?
I know. Super pro-life. Oh, we're not getting political.
That's a sore sport.
But I went to the healthcare marketplace, and I know that there have been some changes made since back when I was using it, but I always make this joke that my babies were buy one, get one free because I paid for Lucas and Eliana, and then I was on the healthcare marketplace stuff for the other two, and they were free.
I paid over $10,000 to have Ari. And I work for an insurance company.
I did not pay that much. I paid half that.
I work for the insurance company. I'm their employee directly for 10 plus years.
And if we want to get political again, it's the Dems that wanted to do Obamacare, healthcare marketplace. And guess what? That's the thing that saved my butt when I got laid off and had to be an independent contractor for a couple of years.
Yeah, and now the current people are cutting all the Medicaid, and they're like, oh, everyone has to have a baby, but we're not going to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
God, oh my God.
I would love to have an entire episode on not just the whole are you really pro-life thing, but like things that we could do to help people that are in that situation to make them feel like they can choose to keep the baby if they want to.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of things systemically we could be doing to help those people out.
Yes.
But then I'm like, is it getting too political?
And there are some states that are doing that. I just watched a video about Massachusetts. It was brilliant. Whatever they did, they were basically funding their own transportation, childcare, and health care.
Yeah.
They taxed millionaires. That's what it was. They put a tax on the millionaires, and the millionaires all said, You do that, we're all going to leave. No one's going to live in this state. What did they do? They stayed, more came, and the state is thriving.
Why don't you tell us your top 10 annoyances? Top 10 things that annoy you in everyday life. We'd love to hear
Put them in the comments.
That's right. And like and subscribe. I don't say that near as much as I probably should. But you can find us on all the socials as Working Moms Whine. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
I don't know what this is, but I gotta get it out of my wine. And I'm not having a lot of luck. Oh my
god. I get gnats on my wine all the time.
I think it was just, I think there was like hardened
like a flower petal or something.
It looked like a Rice Krispie piece.
Oh, I almost got it.
It was like on the glass and I scraped it off and I shouldn't have.
You got it!